Quinten, as you look back on Saturday's game, what are some things that you think you did well, and then conversely, were there some things in the second half that, as you evaluated, you thought you could have done better there?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as a whole, we didn't play to up to our standard, and we'll get that fixed. But I think, as far as the receivers go, Brandon obviously had an outstanding game, and I think we're continuing to improve as far as our rhythm and timing goes. So that's always good. But then, like I said, we didn't play up to our standard, and I've been having too many turnovers, so I need to get that fixed, and I'll get that fixed. So that's something that I need to fix going forward.
Go Patrick and Michael and Jimmy.
What were you told when they made the decision to go with Jared for a couple of series, and kind of what was your reaction? Were you surprised that decision was made?
No, I mean, like I said, we weren't playing up to our standard. Didn't have enough energy. We were kind of flat. So that was coach's decision, and like I said, going into the season, I'm just here to win games, and whatever the coaches think is best, we'll go with that.
Michael?
Brandon, Georgia has a very good pair of defensive ends, and do you feel like that puts any pressure on you as a receiver to hurry up and get out of your route? And Quinten, also, could you speak on that from your perspective as a quarterback?
I definitely say we have to have a sense of urgency out on the perimeter, just because we know that they have a great defensive lineman, so it's going to put pressure on the quarterback. But I'm confident our O-line will be able to handle it. He will be able to handle it, and us as receivers will be able to get a job done.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback on what B said, I mean, what he said is right on. The O-line will handle it. We'll be all right. We might have to tweak a couple things here and there, but overall, I mean, we'll have a good game plan going in, and the O-line will handle that stuff up front.
Go Jimmy and then Steve.
Quinten, in high school, how much zone read did you do, and then how effective do you think you've been on reading the zone read play so far in Tennessee's offense?
Yeah, high school, I mean, I did some of it, a little more RPO things, but here, I mean, I wouldn't say, there's always things to work on. That's one of the parts of my game, I guess, that could go into that category. But I mean, I think as far as reading it, I've been pretty effective. I mean, as far as Saturday goes, I gotta hold on to the ball, but the reads have been fine.
Steve?
For each of you, what do you think caused you? A lot of players and coaches have talked about the lack of passion in the UMass game. What do you think caused that, and what's being done? What's been done since Saturday to kind of correct that, make sure it doesn't happen with Georgia?
I don't know exactly what the cause was, other than we just need to have more energy from the start. So I mean, that's about all I can say about it. We just need to come out with more energy from the start.
Austin, you in front.
Quinten, how different was it out there without Jay Sean Saturday, and how much do you kind of look forward to getting him back on this Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have as many guys as possible, just in case. And obviously, Jay Sean's a good player, but I think Coleman played pretty well to come in and get his first full game of the season. So I'm happy with how he played, but it'll definitely be good to have Jay Sean back.
So Brandon, obviously Saturday was a good day for you. Where do you feel like you are headed into this game, and what type of impact do you look to make against a solid Georgia secondary?
I'm confident going into this game, and really I'm just looking to make the most impact I can, honestly. Whether that be on the outside, on the perimeter, or in the slot, wherever they need me, I'm looking to make an impact. And same thing for all the rest of the guys. I know that as receivers, we're all looking to just make plays.
We'll do Rob and then Jesse in the back.
Quinten, as a first-time starter, just where do you feel like you've made the most progress in Georgia Tech to go into this week?
The most progress. I mean, I think it's kind of been an accumulative effect. I can't point out one specific area. I think each game's kind of been a little bit different, but obviously, like I said, I think it was the first question about just what has gone right and what's gone wrong. I think that this past game with the receivers and things, I think we made a huge step forward at that position.
Quinten, the offense has certainly shown some explosive plays through the first 4 games of the season, but what is kind of holding back the consistency with the unit as a whole from kind of the quarterback's perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I guess each drive is kind of different, but, there's penalties in there, there's turnovers, there's things of that nature. Having a turnover on the second drive of the game on my part that kills the energy. That's probably part of the reason that we didn't have much energy going forward throughout that game. But I think that's probably the biggest thing is my turnovers, and then just penalties throughout a drive that kind of puts you behind the chains.
Questions?
I guess for both guys in general, what have you seen from the Georgia defense on film? Obviously, the numbers for that group look good, and there's some athletes there. What have you seen when you look at them?
Yeah, they're a good defense as a whole. A lot of good athletes. They're pretty deep. Can roll a lot of guys in. Seems like there's never the same 11 guys out there so far from what I've watched. So obviously they got some depth, and they're just gonna try to execute their base plan, and then as far as us, it's gonna make us have to execute to drive the ball into the field.
I'll go with Jimmy and then Blake.
Quinten, in the second half, I think Tennessee had 12 first down plays and gained about 1 net yard. Why do you think Tennessee struggled on first down, and how important is it to be effective on first down against Georgia's defense?
Yeah, it's definitely effective. I think having good plays on first down. We talk about getting 4 yards for a run play or 7 for a pass play on first down. That kind of puts us in manageable second and third downs. And then being behind the chains obviously hurts, because that puts us in second and long and third and long, which are, the defense kind of puts us in a predictable situation. So that kind of puts us behind the chains as far as that goes.
Quinten, I think it was your last snap of the third quarter, 3rd and 5, where you were rolling out and threw one incomplete to tie. When you look back at that, do you wish you would have kept it and ran on that play, or what was your evaluation looking back on that play in particular?
Yeah, looking back, I probably would have taken off and tried to get the first. But it's obviously a little different when you're in the heat of the moment. Anybody can look back when they got a clicker or, a remote or anything of that nature to rewind and see exactly what you want to do. But yeah, I think I probably would have taken off if I had it over again.
Quinten, it seems like for years Kirby Smart has learned under Nick Saban and different people about the 3-4 scheme. How much experience do you have going up against the 3-4 alignment?
Yeah, there's definitely some different things as far as the front goes, and some different things that they can do. But watch them on film and things of that nature, I think we'll be fine. There's obviously some adjustments, but we'll get that handled throughout the week here, and we'll be fine going into Saturday.
We'll take 2 more events right here.
Quinten, how much during the week in practice do you guys work and taking snaps under center? Is that something that you try to do on the sidelines as well? And just how comfortable would you be if you had to go maybe most of the game and then get under center for a certain call later in the game?
Yeah, we practice going under center every day during the first period of practice, and then as the course of the game goes, if there's a center change or things of that nature, we'll definitely get snaps throughout the game. Or if we're kind of in a situation where, hey, we're going to have to get under center here, we'll get some on the sideline.
All right, we'll finish up with Brian.
How's your footwork maybe progressed from the start of the season? I guess people have taken notice of some throws off your back foot. Is that a habit that maybe goes back to high school or something? Is that tough to break, or is that something that's kind of only shown up in names? Or I guess where's that maybe traced back to?
Yeah, it kind of depends. Everybody, you obviously want to throw off a good platform, and be able to follow through your throw. But in the game, it brings different situations where maybe if you slide and set your feet, you're going to be late. So you kind of have to throw while you're sliding. So it just comes with practice. And yeah, I haven't been the most accurate. I think this past game, like I said, was a huge jump, and I definitely worked on that throughout this past week of practice, making sure that I'm on platform as much as possible. But there are definitely times throughout the game where you're not going to be able to get on into a perfect platform to throw.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Kyle Phillips.